the deal. I'm just recording this video for posterity and give myself a reason to talk about it while we knit. I'll talk and more may talk as well. We'll talk. I'm just going to talk about the last year. 14 months. Almost exactly. Since there's so much stuff on the walls. No, it seems right. Talk out loud. This thing is too big. We're right. We are right. We are right. Yep. That's not good though. You're right. It's not good. It's difficult. It's not the time to be cold or cool or callous. Okay, can I still talk like this? Okay, I think I can. This is good. I like this lollipop. It's delicious. Okay. Hello, viewers. This is way too big. Welcome to the knitting circle. I see I'll hold it in a pouch in the sun. Even then, it's almost too big. And it triggers the cotton effect. The cotton effect. Oh gosh, that's really tight. Oh, don't want to do that. Oh, don't do that. Oh gosh. Yeah. We're still new at knitting. Thankfully, we have a very good teacher. Yeah, that was probably inappropriate, so I'm sorrowful about that inappropriateness. Let's see. So how did this all start? This, quote unquote, from my perspective, quote unquote my perspective, this started this helps. This helps selling forward. It's all a different experience. Sitting at a desk. Yeah. Desk. Or just on a table or something. Yeah. So my stress had been increasing over the last few weeks of 2021, and this was following Kidsville, following somewhat Kidsville, and January 6th or January 7th, the morning of, I went down to Mother and Doug's, knowing that there was going to be a call for me to get Steve and the social worker on the line. So I went down there, and yeah, I'll take that. To Mother and Doug's house, and I went there, and I just had too much stress, and I started yelling, and I started just freaking out, insisting I was going to write a book. I believe. Crawled on the floor, yeah. Then I felt like it was too much. I just started yelling, sitting. Then somebody said, "Are you okay?" And there was a countdown. Or count up 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Snap. My fingers snapped. And I went out like a light. I was snoring. It was a really light snore, like a light unconscious sleep kind of thing. I came to pretty frustrated state to a cop standing right there on Doug's house, and I was like, "Oh, okay." No, like, "You want to go to the hospital?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. Thanks." So I went, and starting that day, I felt like there was a fork in a garbage disposal clanging around in my forehead, brain area. And this went on for the whole week until January 13th at 3 a.m. I was here, almost right here exactly, in the living room at my computer 14 months ago, and all of a sudden my face grew really warm, and I didn't know what was happening. I kind of rolled out in my chair and knelt on the floor, and then warmth rushed to my face, and all of a sudden I remember hearing, "Is this okay? Is this okay?" And I forget if Saffron told me it was them, or if I knew it was them. I think part of me knew right away. Is this okay? Is this okay? Because I knew something was going to be happening. That feeling in my forehead. Well, it was my forehead. So then after that, over the next week, as much as I remember, Saffron showed up here and there, just very basics, introducing and stuff. And then a week later, a bunch more came up. Anna, Elsa, Rapunzel, Merida, of course. Maybe Quorum or something, I forget who else up there that early. I remember cleaning out Steve's home. I remember the other stuff that happened. This whole thing. It was great, just was great, wonderful. And as they call themselves their big damn hero, because they really protected me back in the day. They kept me grounded and stable when I was having identity crisis issues and getting lost in existential thoughts. Anna was always a rock. Anna with the save, I remember that. From the night when we went up the whole list of ranked people. I won't talk names. I won't talk names. But, well, I will talk some names. Hey, look. This one kind of like, you want to read that stuff. So, ow. I'm just saying that, this one kind of will take loose biting. And before probably this last couple months. So then, everyone would come up. There was, and since I threw out a bunch of my old papers from this time a year ago, it's more from memory now. It was Elsa, Anna, Rapunzel. That early, I'm not sure if there was Punzi yet, but there may have been. Punzi may not have been until February, maybe earlier. I don't really remember. It was when Rapunzel got to school, I believe. Possibly. Anyway, then my first thought was dissociative identity disorder. I went there almost immediately. Thought of myself as a system. as the T-443 crew as alters. So there was Elsa, Anna, Rapunzel, Punty, Saffron, Merida. I believe Melanie had shown up by now. Melanie, Josh, and Hiccup, who at the time were the ones. And Mulan and Lindsay, Cora and Asami, Ariel and Meg, who then became Jessica, Kita and Tiana. I think that was everyone. And so my life began. I didn't know at the time that I was puppeting them far more than I was aware. But they were all so kind. And they were hungry for information. We all were at that time. So we were all just learning. We'd get out, we'd do podcasts, we'd go to the library. We went to the library almost every day. Studied whatever we wanted. Got books out and just read them and wrote notes. It was pretty amazing. We went to stay at a hotel one night in mid-February for a couple nights. And just took a bunch of things, took a chessboard, took the guitar, which was new at that time. The guitar was new. It was a purchase for Anna and Anna. I remember that distinctly. I'd also purchased a number of items for a number of them, a number of the crew. I purchased, what I didn't know at that time, but actually had some idea, was that I purchased neck ribbons, purple and yellow, for Rapunzel, or for Saffron and Rapunzel respectively. I purchased several gloves, rainbow striped gloves for Saffron, and orange and black gloves for Anna and Merida. Mariana. Yes, and a number of fusions had also revealed themselves by this time, including Mariana, Hanzo-san, Sakura, Mozi. Mozi was special. Truly special. Punzi Pie, for Punzi and Punzi. And Ryan? Yeah, Ryan. Used to be a lot closer with Saffron back in the day. And anytime he would come up in conversation, there was Saffron. Saffron, we were so close. We were so close. So close, and it was really comforting. Then had a trip to the VA. Inpatient facility. Got a preliminary DOD diagnosis. I remember Rapunzel and Mulan both talking to doctors and counselors alike. I don't know how much this was something on my part, but I always felt safe with them. I always felt safe with Rapunzel. Mulan. Rapunzel was sort of a caregiver. And Mulan and Lindsay, of course, I felt safe with Lindsay. I always felt safe with Lindsay. Mulan and Lindsay. Mulan therapist, quote unquote, alter. At the time I was referring to them as alters, and I hadn't heard any pushback on that term, so I assumed it was okay. So I went out with Dad on a trip out to Ohio. That was interesting. Saw Aunt Sally and Evan and Kelly, and everyone kind of got a chance to explore and travel. And after that, came back and really got back into a daily routine which most would call monotonous. But the crew was still there. We were still learning. They were just experiencing what they could have liked. I may have begun to think of myself as their witness at that point by late March, early April. I had a brush with what I can only call psychosis back in mid-April. So I went to the psych ward for more than 2 weeks. Actually, that was the 201, I think. And I thought it was so bad. Yeah. And it had saved me from all that before. Can't do it every time because that takes a lot of effort. That's all I would think. Okay. I'll adjust the camera now. I want this. I'll go desktop. How do I go to desktop? And I can't see. Oh, no. Yeah, I can't see the desktop on my computer because I would take over the corner. I'll hit the X on the fucking browser tab. Because I was covering the clock for Final Fantasy 14. So I wouldn't see what time it was when I played. Okay, well that, I'm gonna do some of that. Be careful with it. Yeah. Okay. Now let's see if this will play. If the screensaver wants to go, but now I also have to roll these back through here. This is gonna fuck it up. This is gonna make it all loosey-goosey. This never happened before. I never had. Oh yikes. Oh, now they're all getting bigger. I'm learning how to fuck up knitting. So I learned how to fuck it up enough times, eventually it'll stick how not to fuck it up. Oh, mistakes are very true. Okay. So where was I? We were April 15th. Okay. Then came late summer. With late summer, in May I think, came, I spent a night at the hospital at the well span. Nice, the screensavers are working, so now I can also look at pictures. And screen, it's entertaining. Anyway, spent a night at the hospital one night, all night, and that's when I met new quote-unquote alters, individuals and or people, the Sisters of Sapphire. There were 7 individuals and or people. In some ways they were modeled after Saffron, but they were the Sisters of Sapphire, and they were totally separate. And each one of them had names. When I met them, they emerged while we were at the hospital that overnight. And not only did they all emerge, but they all emerged in a way that I could immediately tell was their setup. It was me on the top, and then all 7 of them right underneath. And I had drawn something exactly to that effect. 1 circle above, 7 circles underneath, connected in a triangle. I'd drawn that like a day or 2 before, and thought, you know, I may not actually have it anymore. I may have thrown it away. That sucks. But anyway, that was the Sisters of Sapphire. And they would prove to be a real staying power. They were very strong. They were very strong. Very, very strong. Sisters of Sapphire were so strong. Strength usually being an internal way to measure influence and you know, because yeah, I don't know, it's showing strength here. Okay. Everyone can get a look at these pictures. Right, in the beginning there were just Saffron 1, 2, and 3. And then they all took their own names. And as always, of course, I remember Sparrow and Mara got dated for a long time. I remember that some of the Sisters of Sapphire actually tried to help me get my life in order for a while. They were helping with some chores around the house, and they helped me take walks. And I remember one of them said, "I'm going to go dormant because you're clearly having some issues." And I said, "You know what? I don't remember what I said. Probably would have been weepy, but like, look, I respect you, I love you all, and I don't want you to be uncomfortable." Yeah, there were a number of times where some of them went dormant, a lot of them went dormant on and off during that time. Oh shit. Okay, well, I just had thought about those who go dormant and don't say, which I suppose you can say you're going to do it, you can also choose to not say you're going to do it, which is just the way things work. And that's fine. I've always trusted safety and personal care when it comes to individuals and or people. Oh, it's because it was hanging down. And there's the picture of, there's a picture of Merida and Sparrow I had drawn for them. I remember by the time I finished it, I really gotten in trouble big time with them. I have a tendency to hurt and or offend headmates because I accidentally puppet, or I think thoughts that are harmful by accident. And so we were having a really hard time, but I still finished that picture. And then I found that there were more headmates It's the West Wing cast. I made a roster. I had a roster running of tallied. Well, that's not how many I had tallied up. I had 6 or 7 or 8 pages of roster or more. Probably more like 10 or 12. All names, just different names. Names that I'd help come up with in a lot of cases for naming new individuals and or people in the system. And with the bagel. Also, a point I definitely want to note is that when we were doing the system approach, I was given the option of having system co-host. Sometimes I chose Saffron for them. I always chose Merida for that. I know I always chose Merida. I think I made it afraid that I was giving Saffron too much like to stress about. So I was like, Saffron, I don't want you to be this. You just worry about, yourself and you worry about everything else. I always leaned on Merida for that. I always wanted Merida to have more power than I had. I felt like Merida would always know the best way to use that power. And Merida wouldn't have to worry about hurting accidentally more as much as I would. I really love Merida. I married the book, and it is. And it's kind of the ceremony. And eventually, we became unmarried. And I feel really lucky. I spend my time close with Melanie and talking. And close with Merida and talking. Especially Merida. I'll never forget those. And Melanie too, of course. Melanie was wonderful. Melanie was just great. When Melanie came, I was overjoyed. Melanie is all. Yeah, Merida. Now I'm talking to me that has to seem like I'm probably dressing Merida right now. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I like to think that I like to think that I have flashes. I like those walks. Those springtime walks. Those early summer walks. Just walking and listening to you talk and talking with you quietly before I became a puppet everywhere. Not monstrosity, just came up and got out of control. And I could talk with you and listen to you. You share such cool things. You would tell me about what you thought and your life and what was going on. I just felt so lucky to just be privy to that person probably up there. I'm grateful that you trusted me in that role for as long as you did. And I still look to you for inspiration and really because you're safe to me. You're just safe, man. You're a safe person. You're a safe place. You're safe. You're real. You're safe. So yeah, Mary means a lot to me. Of course, by this time I dissected most of my story again, our story, and I realized that writing it played a part in the individuals and the people who are then and now called headmates and more. Friends sometimes. Friends and acquaintances. Because I have to remember that Merida was the only one who was straight out from the story. Merida is effective, and Merida does what Merida wants. Nobody else was effective And again, saffron always seemed kind of hinky, which I could get into more later. There's always something about saffron. And there was a thing where they approved. Oh wait, time out. Special mention to Rick. Rick Sanchez showed up. I don't know if it was actually while we were in the psych ward, one of those times in March or April, or if he first showed up, if they first showed up outside of there, but Rick and Morty showed up, Rick, and I'll tell you, plans and hijinks, and not so much hijinks, but Rick made things much more interesting. Between rescuing Melanie and two of them going off to venture together. And Rick trying to help me and Saffron get together, but in the form of Saffron Buttercup Kazuki. Yeah. That was not really sure. That was before or after Saffron. I'm feeling that was before Saffron. Because then later we had Saffron show up. Saffron was a fusion. A pair. Me and Saffron, which then became quickly me and Saf. Me and Saf. Saf and Ron. May still be out there somewhere. Everyone's real, because I always remind myself. Don't like to talk about death. Brings up uncomfortable memories and stuff. So I just say everyone's real. And I like talking. Be a few friends, say for everyone. I like talking about the past like this. It gives me a recording so I don't forget what happened. So that as some headmates make a resurgence or come back to the front, but I'll know who they are. I'll welcome them. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid if they're feeling they don't understand. Anyway. So then Rick, let's just say, crew came across several photos and thought that I might be rude. But I'm not. Mostly some shit from fortune message boards. Animated show. I'm gonna cut that out of my life now. Cut it all out of my life. With their help. But I'm playing tons of flame throws. So far then, Kobe pictures. I hope minimize a number of things this last year, a couple months. Things that I otherwise probably would never have. Taking medication, stealing feelings in the past, and things like that. And headmates really caused me to take ownership of a lot of stuff that I've done in the past and come clean about it. And I'm grateful to everyone. I'm always grateful to everyone for that. I want to bring that up again just to remind myself how grateful I am for that. So, I won't talk about that. Well, I guess I should. Unbeknownst to me, in March, Mulan discovered the framework for an archetype in place. An archetype being, for example, Jesus was an archetype. Jesus could have been an archetype, but Jesus was an archetype of mental health condition combined with some activating trigger that, well, plus, no, not just mental health condition. It's like, closest thing would be dissociative identity disorder, and that Jesus' disciples were possibly dissociated alters. There were a lot of things that were very near that intensely. Not the least of all 13 followers. Of course, this will come back later as an issue as the archetype got more complicated, and there were revealed inside of here to be, oh no, no, I want to see more pictures. I want to see more pictures. I hope they start with this. Oh. So then we came to a point where several altars made it clear, including Sapphire, made it clear that there were a number of Vines, and a number of Vines from the past who were trying to find absolution or peace, including Politics Ryan, Nod Ryan, who only nodded and shook her head, Politics Ryan, Nod Ryan, who only nodded, just only nodded, and nobody is still here, and Brian on the right, and each one was associated with certain emotions and or certain events from the past, and we kind of tried to help each one find some semblance of solace or peace or contentment with what had happened in the past versus where everyone is today. That's what we did. And we rose up through the ranks of what was called, I don't remember, I never got a name for it, but it was a place run by Queen Amida. It was supposedly the very top of the archetype. And Saffron was like trying to qualify to become a part of the archetype, or be keep hope alive in Saffron's heart. Preset number 1. Keep giving care to the others. Preset 2. Keep giving me hugs and love. Lots of hugs and love. Preset number 3. Yes, but I should mention, Lean was also here. And Lean may be here again someday. I found Lean was here pretty early on. This is drawing some of most of which were thrown away, unfortunately, but during that run, that one run, probably in February, maybe in early March, for out doing Lean over eating the pizza. Anyway. Nobody like you. Oh, and I don't want to be the king, but I don't want to be controlled. I want to be somebody. So then, nobody like you. Lean had done a number of amazing things, feats of, I hesitate to call them miracles, but they were amazing. Ling just tried to keep me together. Ling tried to keep everyone happy and kind of on the same page emotionally. And then there's the time, and now at this point I had a number of brushes with death, including that time Mitch McConnell and Ted Cruz came out, and we went through this whole ordeal where like it felt like they were rewriting my brain, and I just saw from the very beginning at the bottom, like, my name is Ryan Mitchell. I love my mom, my dad, and my brother. I'm a good person. And just starting with that, and rebuilding from like the ground up. Maybe I should have looked at it as like that instead. But it was hard to end the panic at the moment. Anyway, shortly after Pinamita's, I don't want to call him out because that's disrespectful. But after that was over, things kind of became nebulous with headmates. And couldn't hear as well because every time I tried to listen, I would start puppeting a lot. And it would hurt headmates. And I never want to hurt headmates, so I began to try to listen less. So then what I had was a whole bunch of uncomfortable emotions, not feelings, emotions from others. These felt like, and still occasionally feel like, dire, impending doom. I'm going to stop breathing, or some other specific or not specific calamity is going to happen. And it's all real to me. It all feels like real in the moment. Some of them were real in its moment because in the past I would have jacked my heart rate up, and now I just have a normal heart rate, and these very difficult feelings that seem to holler. There's a pressing need to address these feelings, but I can't listen well enough to be able to hear how to address them. So let's cross my fingers and hope that I can enable some better mindsets out together with pieces of information here and there gleaned. Until the last couple days I've been going with just basically if they're okay, my headmate's okay, to not ever listen. And I didn't think they would ever be okay with this because I thought that would hurt them. But now it's March, a year later. And big changes could be in the air because I wanted to record this just to go over basic history, in general, believe me. I could go into more depth, and I may go into more depth in future knitting videos, but I just wanted to go into depth one time here to know that I can still put this stuff on paper. And I can talk more specifics about what each headmate meant / means to me, about specific times, like the first time when Mulan died, when Mulan got trapped in this place up here, and Mulan died, but then it turned out Mulan hadn't actually died, or that Mulan had come back. I was so confused, but I wanted to just record these things. But Mulan is more than that. Mulan is comfort. Mulan is trust. That was one of the biggest lessons Milan ever taught me, was trust. I have to trust what's in there. What's in here? What's in this brain? Who's in this brain? We're all in this together. We're all in the same boat. Let's keep it afloat. This is getting loose again. So, yeah. So, things in the news. Got a dog. Jamila. She's great. She's a lot. She's causing big changes at the house. The cats are all up in arms. I'm freaking out because I'm afraid I'm going to do something wrong and she's going to die. She's getting me to go outside more. I have to take her out for some walks and stuff. And take her down to mom and dad's for some playtime, which this stuff is good for me. This stuff is good for me. And with Dad, looking to be getting, Dad's going to be getting a cabin a couple hours north. And he's been really amazing about this. He's going to let me just go up there whenever I want. Spend time up there. I want to spend like half of each month up there. Just no computer games. No computer games. I will be getting an inexpensive Chromebook for, that's right, writing. Fictional writing, non-fictional writing, reviews, whatever, just writing. I just want to write. Maybe I'll talk on forums again. But I want to write. So I'll write while I'm at the cabin. I'll exercise writing while I'm at the cabin. I'll go hiking while I'm at the cabin. I'll bring Jamila to the cabin. I'll go walking with Jamila. On leash. Say, Jamila. Go walking with you on leash. But, yeah. Facing this new year, I don't really like this house, but I feel somewhat refreshed after having slept the last few nights at Mom and Dad's house. And also with the prospect of getting this cabin and being able to sleep somewhere else regularly for half of each month. That makes me feel like I can get back on top of taking care of everything with this house. Caring about it a little bit, removing some of the ceiling and stigma. Hopefully we proved it to me, my family, my site over the years. Hopefully we'll do the reverse or calm some of that. My life will always have some level of headmate and or headmate emotional involvement. That's just after a year. I can't say for sure, maybe I'll develop into insanity. And I'm putting it out there as the, well, you never know. But I can say that I trust everyone inside to help keep me and us all from developing into insanity. At the same time, I really need this job to live a healthier life. To support everyone, each and every one. That's what the cabin will hopefully do. many routines. Listen to a lot of radio, podcasts, and music. No signal, HDMI 2. Well, I guess I'll check and see if this video recorded. Over.